Their strategy has been approved from the highest level. The Politburo approved this, the Central Military Commission approved this, and the party convention, the party conference approved this. So this is doctrine in China. The three warfares. China is saying we will win the South China Sea under the 9 out 10 dash line with these three warfares. First is a public relations warfare. They will say that China owns the South China Sea since 2,000 years ago. They will inform everybody. This is their narrative. They have this singular narrative. We have owned that since 2,000 years ago. And this is taught from grade school to college. You ask a Chinese student from grade school to college, what's your basis for claiming the South China Sea? Oh, we own that since 2,000 years ago. This is fake. They don't have any document. Even their maps do not show it. All the Chinese dynasties map show that Hainan was their southernmost territory up to 1912. I have all those maps because China published an Atlas of Ancient Maps of China in 3 volumes, official publication by the People's Map of China, where all the dynasty maps are there, and their southernmost territory throughout this dynasty, centuries of dynasty, was Hainan. They cannot claim Scarborough Shoal and the Spratlys. So, that is the first warfare of China. Information warfare, public relations. They've been saying that, but we have rebutted that. That's why in the arbitration at The Hague, we presented all the maps of China. All those maps in the official publication of China, the Atlas of Ancient Maps of China, using their own historical public records. 2, so you have the information, public relations warfare. Then they have the legal warfare. They will say, UNCLOS was signed in 1982, took effect in 1994. Our claim to the South China Sea preceded that, so the UNCLOS cannot affect us. We raised this in the arbitration of The Hague. And the tribunal said, and when you signed or ratified, when you ratified UNCLOS, you agreed that all historic claims, historic rights beyond the territorial sea are extinguished. And you will rely only based on UNCLOS. Because the purpose of UNCLOS is to preserve peace and stability in all the oceans of the world. If you will allow China to claim by historic title, you have to allow the Italians, because the Romans controlled the Mediterranean Sea. They call it their Mare Nostrum, our sea. You have to give half of the oceans of the world to Portugal and Spain, because under the Papal Bull, the Pope divided the world, the New World, between the 2 countries. That's why there will be no end to fighting, to wars, if you go back to history. So the agreement was everything beyond the territorial sea will be governed by UNCLOS. So all historic rights, historic claims have been extinguished, and that was very clear. It's there in the provision of UNCLOS that you can claim only based on UNCLOS. Except for the territorial sea, you can base it on historic claims. So, we have debunked that also, that public warfare of China based on historic claims. That they are exempt from UNCLOS. The third warfare of China, we will not fire a single shot, because we will show that we have the largest navy in the world, the largest coast guard in the world. We have the second largest economy. We are a nuclear armed state. We have the largest submarine force in the world. You cannot fight us. And some of our people are falling into this third warfare of China. Natatakot. But in that three warfares of China, they will not fire a single shot. Tatakutin lang tayo. They have this huge air and naval bases in the Spratlys. You cannot fight us. Pag nagtakot ka, talo ka na. Now, why will China not fire a single shot at our Navy or Coast Guard? Because of the Mutual Defense Treaty. If there is an armed attack, that means they have to use their naval weapons, missiles or naval guns against, or machine gun against our public vessel, means Navy, Coast Guard, or even our research vessels. If they use that, we can invoke the Mutual Defense Treaty. And the last thing that China wants is to give the US a legal excuse to intervene. So, China will not fire on us. They will use water cannon below the threshold of an armed attack. Gray zone tactics. But they will not fire a naval weapon like a cannon, because we will invoke the treaty, and they don't want us to invoke the treaty. Because the US has almost 3,000 nuclear bombs, China has 300. If there's a war between China and the US, not a single Chinese will remain alive in China. Walang mabubuhay sa kanila with 3,000 nuclear bombs falling on them. So China knows that. So China will intimidate us, and we have to understand that. If we are intimidated, talo tayo. That's why, how do we fight back? Use international law. Go to arbitration. And we still have to file another arbitration on the extended continental shelf. Challenge them to an arbitration on the territorial dispute. We are not using all our legal weapons. And if we use the law, China cannot accuse us of aggression. That's not aggression. We are following international law. We are settling the dispute by peaceful means. The UN was established on two foundational principles. The first is, all disputes among states must be settled by peaceful means, by mediation, mediation, and finally by arbitration. Peaceful yan. And second, the use of force or the threat of force is outlawed in settling disputes between states. The use of force or the threat of force. In Ukraine, in Europe, Russia used force. That's why the entire world condemned it, the General Assembly overwhelmingly. In China, in the South China Sea, China is using threat of force. Gray zone tactics is a threat of force. That's why I said we have to use the law. Bring China to an arbitral tribunal on what it is doing now. But wala na, ayaw na after that arbitral award. And it was difficult to convince the government to file that arbitral award. I will tell you the story. I went to, because I wrote that opinion on Magallona versus the Executive Secretary, that the Republic Act 9522 is constitutional. It was unanimous. And therefore, our baselines aligned with UNCLOS. Because I said, if we don't align our baselines with UNCLOS, if we later sue China, China will say the case against China should be dismissed because the Philippines is going to court with unclean hands. Because it also violates UNCLOS. So nothing will happen. So I said in our discussions in the fact, I said we need this if we want to sue China on the 9-dash line, because one day we will sue China. I was still in the court. And then I talked to Secretary Arvin Rosario after that decision became final. I said, here is a paper, how we can bring China to arbitration under UNCLOS to question the 9-dash line. I said, don't believe me, check it with foreign lawyers who practice, regular practice in the United Nations Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, and see if it's doable. And they checked, it's doable. So we went to President Aquino at the time. Mr. President, this is a recommendation, it's doable. Why do you want to sue China? China has not done anything to us. So it was rejected by President Aquino. 6 months later, China seized Scarborough Shoal. And you are the commander-in-chief, Scarborough Shoal is territory, you have to defend it, otherwise you could be impeached. But how could we send our Marines there? We were outgunned, 30-1. We have one ship against 30 of their vessels. So President Aquino said, called the Secretary Del Sario, he said, where is the paper that we want? You showed me to sue China. We will go to the... So instead of sending our Marines to Scarborough Shoal, we sent our lawyers to The Hague to invalidate the 10-dash, 9-dash line at the time. We used international law. And that is why the world has rallied behind us. The US goes to the West Philippine Sea, conducts naval drills, citing the Arbitral Award. France does that, UK does that, India does that, Australia does that, Canada does that. China is isolated. There is no country that supports the 9-dash line or the 10-dash line. Nobody. After the Arbitral Award, nobody would dare support China. Even if they are a friend of China, they will not say that the 10-dash line is valid. So, we have to use also international law, but of course we have to beef up isolationist, and it's been an isolationist country before World War I and before World War II, and it can happen again. So we can only, at the end of the day, we can rely only on our own armed forces. And that's why we have to improve, we have to buy more warships, more warplanes, more missiles. That's the only way, at the end of the day. But since we use that only for self-defense, but we have to use also international law, like going to arbitration. And I've suggested that we go to arbitration in the extended continental shelf and to challenge China to arbitration on the territorial dispute on Scarborough Shoal and the Straits. Thank you.